just waiting for it to...
Yep.
There it is. Back with you here inside Patterson Ice Center here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, as we are getting set for the next Junior Novice Division game here between the Columbus Blades and the Grand Rapids Future Sled Wings. The Blades and the Sled Wings playing in their, for the Blades, their first Junior Novice game this weekend. The Blades, or the Wings, just finished up their first game against the Lady Thunder Illinois team and won that one in a 2-1 shootout final. So this one taking place, the first for the Blades, and we are underway from puck drop here as Grand Rapids, the junior team from ages 7 to 17 each, playing this weekend against each of the other teams in the Junior Novice Division, the 5 of them, consisting of the Lady Thunder, the Blades, the Sled Wings, among others. And this will be a running clock, 35 minutes on the clock, down now to 34-14. You're listening or watching live right to left. The Sled Wings in their maroon or more red and black trim with the red socks and the black pants, and then the Columbus Blades in their yellow and green and white striping trim with the black helmets. So an interesting look for the Blades. Their official colors listed are the red and black, but wearing the colors here today. Or rather, the Chicago Hornets, excuse me. So nonetheless, these teams get underway. This puck still in the Sled Wing zone up at the right circle here. And that puck being taken there by a Sled Wings forward, intercepted there prematurely at the blue line, and it allows them to come through and attack here. We apologize for the mix-up here. It does look like it is the Chicago Hornets team, not the Columbus Blades like we originally thought. There was a schedule mix-up. But nonetheless, so the Chicago Hornets and the Wings and their first and second games. This, I believe, is the first game for the Hornets this weekend, but nonetheless, underway in the 5-team Junior Novice Division. 32-47 to go. The Sled Wings played excellent in that first game against the Lady Thunder. There were 2 goals scored in the game and the shootout, respectively, by James Bennett, who netted the shootout winner, as well as the first goal of the game for them. So this junior program, the affiliate of the Tier 1 Heartland Sled Wings, playing pretty good so far in their first couple of games. Chicago Hornets from the outskirts of the city of Chicago. From left to right. Now it comes into the Sled Wings zone. It's taken over here. Back in their own zone. Taking it is number 15. Looks like Gaitlin Shrunk is the one taking it. He'll dish it over there to the right circle. The Sled Wings in the development. Looking to make some clean passing here. It's intercepted, however, by a streaking forward for the Hornets. Number 31. He'll move it now to the half wall. He'll send it down low. You see him with the assisted skater there. That's intended there to help players with mobility issues in their upper body strength that maybe can't excel forward off their hands like some of the other players, but nonetheless still able to move around and stick handle. So this one comes free now to the far side blue line. The Sled Wings get it over the zone to the neutral zone. Coming in now, here's James Bennett. Had the first 2 goals in the earlier game against the Lady Thunder for the Sled Wings. And they'll just dump this puck in and allow Chicago to reset. They'll get it behind the end boards. The players caught up with it in the orange jersey. And now comes free to the end line and then scooted up to the blue line. It's met up right there. Frustrated Chicago player missed on the puck. It was taken there by Bennett. He'll dish it to a player up in the high slot area. He'll take it out of the zone back to center ice. It allows the Chicago player to take over with it. Streaks over. Dekes one player. He's got a 2-on-1. Now a 2-on-0 here. Moving in for the shot. Goaltender stretching out. Just didn't get the shot off before it reached the red line and the goal line on the far side. So inside the trapezoid now, trying to send it in front. This one comes to the end boards. Just met over the end line. Now to the far corner. Taking it there is Hope Gagnon for the Sled Wings. 30-10 to play in this junior novice game between the Wolves, or the Hornets, and the Sled Wings. That puck saved there by the goaltender Matthew Moses. Moses had an excellent game earlier against the Lady Thunder, saving 15 on 16 shots, and that doesn't sound like a lot to maybe folks that are used to the normal game of ice hockey, but in sled hockey, especially at the junior novice level, that is a wallop of shots. So Moses saving them all here, and they get another good stop right there. Face-off will come to the far side. Circle inside the wing zone. The Sled Wings play a lot of defensive hockey. They played a lot of that game against the Thunder in their own zone. So already to start the first 10 minutes and a quarter or so, playing a lot of this in their own end. Face off inside their own circle here. It'll be taken here by number 30. That's Jalen Vantlin. Vantlin won the face off. Still tied up in that circle. And now getting out to the top of the dots. Moving it with his Benner. He'll move with it himself. Over the red line. James Bennett gave up the puck, dumped it in, and it allows the Chicago Hornets to reset. Player will grab it at the far side corner. Stopped here. A big thing about the junior novice teams to note is a lot of these ages 7 to 17, a lot of these development players do deal with Paralympic disabilities that allow them to play at this level of sled hockey, but as you can see, a lot of them have a lot of great mobility and upper body strength. Number 12 there for the Hornets moving in on a 2-on-0. He'll dish it to the low slot area. Trying to set up with the shot. Just went under his sled there. Was number 37. That's Torello. And it's taken over by a Sled Wing. Then moving up the end line to the near side circle. Up top to Bennett. He'll take it. Tried to dish it out. Intercepted there by a Hornet. And he'll keep it at the top of the blue line. Chased in after there by Owen Sanderson. Missed on him. Bennett came back to defend and poked it away. And it forces number 12 for the Hornets to come back to it. Still looking for the first goal of this hockey game. Scoreless in this one between Grand Rapids and Chicago. The junior novice division. This is our second and final broadcasted game of the junior novice teams today, but they will be in action once again tomorrow night. As this puck's loose in front still. A shot attempt there from a Hornet. Got blocked in front once and bounced ricocheted all the way to the blue line. Comes out to center ice. It'll force Chicago to come out and reset. Taking over here was Bennett with his speed, and he'll move in for it. It's a drag race, but they're going to whistle this one an instant offside anyway. As in sled hockey, it's not very, formidable to have a race for the puck being the speed, so we'll just reset this one and send it back to the Sled Wing zone. 26:45 to play in this running clock. We will play one period of hockey. Coming up later, we will have a tier of Heartland Tier 1 games for you, a plethora of those. The second place Pool B team, the Grand Rapids Sunwings of the Heartland Tier 1 division, will take on the Michigan Sled Dogs. And after that, it'll be second place Pool A, the second place team of Pool A taking on the Chicago Hornets in Tier 1. The tier breakdowns being Heartland Tier 1, Heartland Junior, and then the Junior Novice division that you see here. So the three different divisions playing in action today. Tier 1, the highlight package of this tournament, of this Sled Wings 2022 Griff Sled Classic broadcast. Having it for you here. Matt Gadko, Reagan Cleves, Liam Lange, Devin Serra. Having it all for you here this weekend. And we'll have more for you tomorrow as well with Reagan Cleves and Matt Gadka on the call to finish up. Just Reagan Cleese, pardon me. My broadcast partner from Central Michigan Hockey. Doing a great job helping out with this tournament here this weekend. The first Griff's Sled Hockey Classic in 3 years. 2019 was the last year they had this due to the pandemic and other scheduling issues. It was postponed a couple of years, but it's good to be back here in Grand Rapids in the home of the Davenport Panthers, Patterson Ice Center, here on the West Rink today. And to the west side of the ice comes the Hornets, trying to look for something here. Still no goal in this one. Matthew Monas, the goaltender for Moses. Can't say words today, folks. Apologize for that one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I am Reagan. Checking me over here, running the sticks on the camera for you all here today. Playing in the goal. And sled hockey, one of the, in my opinion, unbiasedly, coolest Paralympic sports there is. And all of not only national tournament play, but also around the country, a lot of development programs. The Columbus Blades have a development program for disability players, along with all of the teams you see here today, the Sled Wings, the Chicago Hornets, name a few, as this puck's being whacked at in front of Moses, trying to reach in for it, and a couple of players. It's still loose in front. They haven't waved this one off yet. And it comes free to number 12, who just missed on the clear attempt from a Sled Wings player. Back at the point, picking it up here is a Hornet. He'll move with it to the top of the right circle. Sends it on net. It's blocked in front. Still loose for number 33, however. He'll look to whack away at it. He gains possession on the right stick. Looking to take a shot, waiting with it. It's loose in front still. Comes to Moses, and he'll glove this one down to get the whistle and the stop. 23:38 to play in this only period of this junior novice game. Chicago Hornets and your Grand Rapids junior future Sled Wings. As you see the fans dancing along with number 6 of the Hornets. Some nice DJ music going on here today. So, a lot of fun here in Grand Rapids. A lot of fun being had this weekend overall. For players and fans alike, really. And I'll tell you what, and broadcasters, of course, they packed the people in here. I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of people walking around the concourse here from both sides of the rinks, especially on the Heartland men's side. There's been a lot of fans watching. So you'd be antsy too if you had a tournament for the first time in 3 years. So a big one here this weekend. Grand Rapids hosted in partnership, of course, with the Grand Rapids Griffins AHL team. And Griffins in action last night against the Texas Stars. Fortunately, couldn't come out with the W in that one, but cheering on their Sled Wings somewhere in the world today. This one's going to come back for an offside in the Hornet end. That was a Sled Wing forward moving in, Bennett. And it will cause the whistle. So we'll get a face-off in front of the Hornet bench. Head coach of the Wings, Leo DeCarmen, working with this novice team. Dressed up nice and fancy, wearing the suit on the bench, looking very nice. Looking very spiffy with the tie. Oh, rather, wearing the jersey, I stand corrected. I'm a lot like you folks, I just look and assume. Important figures. But, you know Reagan, I mean, he does look pretty nice over there on the bench. I mean, directing traffic. Somebody important over there.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the Griffins coach, who knows?
Certainly not Ben Simon.
Ben Simon. Waiting for personnel to be assessed here. 21:27 to go in this running clock. Still scoreless in this one between the Hornets and the Sled Wings. As always, folks, you can check out both of these teams. They have team websites. Look up Chicago Hornets and Grand Rapids Sled Wings for all information regarding player information, tryouts, recruiting. Here come the Sled Wings moving in with it. It's Bennett taking it up there. Had the dish in front, but it was blocked in front there. Moving with it was number 30. That was Jalen Vantled. Just couldn't move it past the Hornet defender. It allows them to come the other way. It gets stopped at the blue line in the Hornet end. Vantled intercepted. Will move it over in front of the Hornets bench. You can see Sled hockey players unlike the game of ice hockey, they cannot get off to the benches, so they sort of just sit there waiting their turn to come out for a 5-on-5, but nonetheless, it moves in. Here's James Bennett over the blue line, met up with the Hornet that wiped out under his sled blade, and it comes free back to center ice. Feeds it to his teammate, and 2018 to go. The year of our Lord, 2016. Back out into the Hornets' end. Group of players sit there having a chat, conversation. Maybe talking about what they're going to do afterwards, whether they're going to go eat food, dinner. A lot of great spots in Grand Rapids. My broadcast partner, Reagan Cleaves, is a native of the area, so he probably has some good spots lined up. Pizza parlors, anything. And this one comes back to the blue line. Swiped away at by a Sled wing defender. He'll leave it there for Bennett, who'll pick it up. Wiped out under his own thigh. And he'll send this one to the blue line. It stays in, however. So the Sled wings get back to it. They'll have an attack here. This one just at the blue line. Officials wave it kept in here. But it'll be met up there by the Hornet defender. Moving in is Bennett on his right stick. Missed the puck and it went all the way to the Hornet bench where it's caught under number 12's Sled. It's kicked out to the coach, who sends it back out to neutral ice where players will meet up with it. And certainly a lot of fun for the players, but even more fun, I'd say, even for the fans and the parents and family and friends. And if you're listening in here today, watching from wherever you are in the world, certainly a fun one here for sure, this whole tournament. And a lot more fun to come this whole weekend today and tomorrow. So 18:40 to go. The Sled Wings trying to move it out of their own zone. Here's Bennett, the goal scorer for the Sled Wings. With his deadly speed, he'll move it through center. He's got a 1-on-2. Bennett's going to try and take this one by himself. Holds it with his right stick. He'll deke one player. Moves into the low slot. He shoots under thigh pad. Save there by the goaltender of the Hornets. And he'll get the whistle. A great stop there, extending the pad save there on the goal scorer, James Bennett. And sled hockey terms, he was trying to pack it in there and couldn't do it. But stop there, it'll cause a face-off to come to the Chicago Hornets circle. First time we've seen a face-off on this side of the ice tonight. So, sort of just looking like a sitting duck, no pun intended, was the goaltender. Extending the pad, but a great move by James Bennett. Clearly one of the, or a good player out here for the Sled Wings. Probably more experienced, a little bit older. But nonetheless, he lost the draw and came to the Chicago Hornets corner. It'll be tied up here. Back to the blue line. Coming to get it is number 3 here. And he'll move up with it. Defended there with Gaitlin Schrock of the Wings. Schrock with the hit, laid it on him, but it missed. Sends this puck on net, the save by Moses. Rebound chance in front. It's still loose. And the whistle gets the stop. Moses falls onto the puck. And it'll allow them to reset. A great chance there for the Hornets forward, Pavlin. The great chance on net there. Picked up his own rebound off the initial shot. Tried to bang it home on Moses, but he was having none of it. Wearing a interesting jersey here, Reagan. The USA Development player jersey pads here.
Yeah, Taggart Vandermolen, the adult goaltender for Grand Rapids. He's been on the last couple of U.S. national development teams, and he's got a pretty good chance of being one this year.
He's got some nice leathers, too. I mean, the helmets, the white, black, and red, I do like the trim. It's not a terrible look. Back to the blue line. Taken over here by a Sled Wing. He'll move it through center ice over the Panther logo. That's Bennett. Defended off the puck there by number 6 of the